Hello all, this is Mageshwari from Fatima College, and in this session we are going to see about topology in data communication. We'll start into the session. Before entering into topology, we'll go for what is the definition for data communication is. Data communication is the exchange of data between two devices through some form of transmission medium such as either wired or wireless. Now the concept of topology. What do you mean by topology? Physical topology refers to the way in which the network is laid out physically. Whenever we are having large number of systems to be connected to frame a network, we can have that arrangements can be done in any way. So based on the arrangement, it can be categorized into mesh, star, bus and ring topology. So the way in which the arrangement is made is called as topology. So we'll enter into what do you mean by mesh topology is first. In this diagram, you can see all the station is being connected to frame a network in which each and every station is being connected with a separate dedicated link. And this type of framing a network we call that as mesh topology. So all the devices connected to other devices using a separate dedicated point-to-point link, and we need for n nodes n into n minus 1 divided by 2 duplex mode links. For each and every topology, they have their own advantages and disadvantages. So with this regard, advantages of this topology is there will not be any network traffic and it provides a highly secure transmission. This highly secure transmission is possible only if no other person is sharing the common link. Here we are going to have a dedicated link for the sender and receiver. That particular link will not be shared with other users. So the data being transmitted from the sender to receiver will be highly secured. And with regard to disadvantage, the amount of cabling and the number of I/O ports required. Since we are having for 5 nodes, we are having lot of cables here. Similarly, whenever you are going to increase the number of devices in the network, automatically the number of wires that is being used will also be increased. So the complexity in the architecture will also increase. So this is the disadvantage in mesh topology. With regard to star topology, all devices are connected to a centralized device called hub using a separate dedicated point-to-point link. So in this diagram, you can see that all the station is being connected to a centralized device and we call that centralized device as hub. So whenever you are going to have the data to be transmitted from one station to the other station, this can be done only through hub. The advantage of this type of architecture is the less expensive than mesh topology and it is highly secure transmission as we have already seen in mesh topology. And the disadvantage in this type of topology is depending on the centralized device, if the hub gets down, the entire network gets down. So the data transmission is entirely depends upon the functionality of hub. Once a hub gets shut down, the entire network gets shut down, no transmission can be done. So this is a disadvantage in star topology. Next we move for the bus topology. One long cable acts as a backbone to link all the devices in the network. So from this diagram you can see that there is a long cable which will act as a backbone, and in that particular cable all the station is being connected or that is being tapped. Nodes are connected to the bus cable by drop lines and tapes. A drop line is a connection running between the device and the main cable. In this type of architecture, the advantages are it includes ease of installation. Backbone cable can be laid along the most efficient path, then connected to the nodes by drop line of various lengths, which means that you can have any number of devices to be installed whenever you are introducing a new device to the network. So it is easy for installation, especially in bus topology when compared to star and mesh topology. The disadvantage is the difficult reconnection and fault isolation, and a bus is usually designed to be optimally efficient at installation. So the disadvantage is if the cable which acts as a backbone is getting off, or if there is any trouble in using the cable that is being used as a backbone, it will automatically shut down the entire network, so no stations can share the information between them, or no data transfer can be handled if your backbone cable is shut down. Next one is ring topology. In a ring topology, each device has a dedicated point-to-point connection with only two devices on the either side of it, as the figure shows. A signal is passed along the ring in one direction from the device to device until it reaches its destination. A ring is relatively easy to install and reconfigure. Each device is linked to only its immediate neighbor, either physically or logically. To add or delete a device, it requires changing only two connections. So this is the definition for ring topology and the explanation for architecture. So in this ring topology, you can see the diagram where all the devices is being arranged in a ring fashion, and repeaters are also being used here. So in this diagram, you can see that each and every station is being attached with the repeater. So repeater is nothing but it is also a device which is used to strengthen the signal. Usually the repeaters is used for where you are having your data transmission for a longer distance. Whenever the signal is being transmitted for a longer distance, it starts losing its strength. So in order to maintain the data or the strength of the data, we'll be using repeaters, and the repeaters will avoid the data loss due to the lack of strength. So this is being done in ring topology, and the repeaters can also be used. Next one is hybrid topology. Hybrid topology is nothing but a network can be a hybrid. For example, we can have a main star topology with each branch connecting several stations, which is in a bus topology. Hybrid topology, as the name indicates, if you are going to have more than one topology to be combined together to frame a network, then we call that as a hybrid topology. So in this diagram, a star topology and bus topology is being combined together to frame a network, and which comes under hybrid topology. This can be implemented when you are going for a large number of systems to be connected. It is not the case that all the networks should follow a same topology to be constructed. You can have number of combinations of the topology to frame a hybrid topology, and in this diagram we have used only the star as well as the bus topology. It can also be used, mesh topology or ring topology can also be installed to frame a hybrid topology. So that's all about topologies, and now we'll enter into the next topic called categories of network. So based on the geographical area, the network can be categorized as LAN, WAN and MAN. LAN, local area network; WAN, wide area network; and MAN, metropolitan area network. Local area network is nothing but the number of systems that is being connected under a shorter distance. It comes under LAN. It is designed to provide a local interconnectivity, which means that if the number of systems or the system that is within a campus or within certain limit like 10 kilometers or something like that, then it comes under local area network. Based on the geographical area, if you are going to cover a longer distance which provides a connectivity over a large area, it comes under wide area network. So metropolitan area network, which provides a connectivity over areas such as a city or a campus. So between the cities, it comes under metropolitan area network. So based on the geographical area coverage, if the network is being categorized, then it can be a LAN, WAN or MAN. This is the diagram where you can see the 12 computers that is being connected as a LAN connection, and you can also see that how the hub is being used for creating a network. Both star and bus topology is being used here, and you can create a LAN connection, and this is how a network is being created. I hope you can very well understand the concept of topology and how a network is being framed. Thank you one and all.